The reason your resume is not working is because it's missing the value proposition, and you only get 6 seconds to show it. I'm Rob Davis. With 30 years HR and recruiting experience, I've helped thousands of job seekers map out the steps to present their value proposition and end up getting hired faster. I will show you the most common mistakes made by new college graduates and even experienced senior leaders looking for a new opportunity. Say you had a great job, making good money. Maybe you're working as an analyst, advisor, or even in upper management. Then laid off due to reorganization or company downsizing. Bottom line, you're out of work. You've submitted dozens of applications and then silence. Or worse, one call from an online recruiter who ghosted you the second that you asked for a follow-up. If you've submitted 20 or 30 or even hundreds of applications and you feel like you're wasting your time, this video is for you. Here's the situation. You're not getting calls or interviews because you lack skills. It's because you're playing a game using rules that haven't worked since the 90s. Today, we are changing your perspective, cutting through the noise, and using a strategic approach so you can get back to work. Now, some of my clients have even paid to have their LinkedIn profile or resume professionally written. In my opinion, it's not worth the money spent. And here's why. The education that you pursued and the jobs that you worked all helped shape your work experience. Some jobs you loved, at least for a time, and well, some you despised. When a live screener or hiring manager reviews your application, they can get a sense of who you are. That is what you want. You don't want to come across as just another applicant that has a bunch of experience or education, even if it was climbing the proverbial ladder. And please don't fall for the idea that AI can write your resume better than you. You have a lot to offer. Simply need to present your value proposition. Now, before the internet, when a hiring manager had an open position to fill, they placed an ad in the paper or hung a now hiring sign in the window. That maybe generated 10 or 20 applications. Out of those, 2 or 3 were minimally qualified. Today, a manager posts a leadership or specialist role online, especially a job that pays well or is a remote position. Within a few days, 200 to 300 highly qualified applicants smash that easy apply button. Now let that sink in for a minute. The technology for submitting an application changed, making it easier for the applicant, but the company still only has one hiring manager to review those applications. They don't have time to read 200 plus cover letters and 200 plus resumes. Many hiring managers have a full-time job on top of trying to fill this empty seat. Because of that sheer volume, your resume isn't getting a full evaluation. It gets mere seconds, either by an automated screening software or a real person scanning resumes before their next meeting or deadline. Ask yourself, if you were a hiring manager staring at a stack of 200 applications, what would you be looking for? Are you looking for somebody with a specific college or a specific job title? No. The hiring manager is looking for 2 simple things. Can you do the job we are hiring for today? And can you quickly start contributing without needing months of training? If your resume is packed with company-specific acronyms, lists of previous job duties, and a well-crafted objective statement, you aren't. Answering those 2 questions in the first 6 seconds is critical. Here's how we start fixing this today. You need to run every single line on your current resume through what I call the so what filter. Listing your previous job responsibilities or completing your advanced education in a particular field of study is not enough. You aren't applying for a job description. You're offering a solution. Instead of writing responsible for overseeing equipment, ask yourself, what impact did you have? What was the outcome? Did you save the company $30,000 in material waste? Did you introduce a new process that cut customer response time in half? Did you improve the team's safety numbers? When you quantify your work history with actual outcomes, the hiring manager starts to see the value you bring to the table. Here's some examples of value propositions. Take a sales rep. Generated 45 plus qualified leads per month, resulting in a consistent 10 to 15% increase in the quarterly pipeline. This one clearly shows your impact. How about a process improvement manager? Streamline inventory processes, cutting manual processing time by 42%, saving the organization about 480 labor hours annually. Remember, the exact percentage of time saved is not as important as the translation to the approximate number of labor hours saved. Every company knows, or should know, the hourly cost of their labor, and this cost is much higher than just wages alone. Let's take a college grad. Led a semester-long project team of 4 peers to design and implement a data tracking dashboard for a local nonprofit, improving reporting accuracy by 28%. Think about the projects, the volunteer hours, or any work studies you've done during your time in college to show how you put your education to work and made a positive impact. Now let's take some action so you can get hired. Here's your assignment. Before the next episode, pull up the job description of the last position you applied for. Put yourself in the manager's shoes. Write down the top 2 headaches that specific role is designed to solve. Then open your resume. Look at the top 3 bullet points. If they just list what you were responsible for instead of what you actually accomplished, rewrite them using numbers, percentages, or time saved. In our next episode, we will dive into targeting and translating. How to stop speaking your old company's language and start using the exact words the hiring manager at your ideal company is searching for. Hit subscribe, leave a comment, and let's get to work.